Chosen one, riches are on the move for you. Please wait. That is not a declaration of hope. It confirms what's already occurring in the invisible world. The riches are intended for your hands. The wealth that is meant to be in your life has already begun to manifest. You may not have seen them completely yet. You may not feel the weight in your pocket or bank account today. However, there is a spiritual shift taking place. The time of your award is no longer a distant prediction. It's become your everyday reality. Watch this video till the finish, because something holy is happening in your soul. Even today, you are being prepped for what is already planned for you. Write your heartfelt wishes in 777 in the comments to send that energy into the cosmos. This is how we connect with the flow of riches and benefits coming our way. It is not just about obtaining things. It is about being the vessel that can transport it. That desire you write represents a spark in the spirit. It is a code that the cosmos and heaven understand. You have waited a long time. You are currently one choice away from realizing your ambition. The chosen one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. You must comprehend something strong. Riches do not only follow work, they also follow alignment. There are folks who have worked harder than you yet seen less. Some people have followed money only to be met with debt and exhaustion. But you are the chosen one. Rich people are reacting to something greater. It doesn't matter how much you do. It's about who you're becoming. What is coming to you is attracted to your nature. Your growth has initiated a transaction in the sky. You've hit a frequency that signals abundance, and suddenly the riches are arriving. Not walking, but running, flying, breaking procedure simply to get to you. Behind the veil, you are experiencing a transition. You may believe that things are moving slowly in the physical world, yet everything is moving quickly in the spiritual realm. Every seed you've sown, every wise choice you've made. When no one was looking, every tear fell. You wept silently. Every time you stepped away from something smaller, something bigger appeared. What you sacrificed was not in vain. What you went through wasn't for naught. The cosmos has noticed your anguish and your patience, and now it is rewarding your posture. Wait, because waiting does not imply passiveness. It's quite strong. It is creating something inside you that money alone cannot provide. It's more than simply a financial breakthrough. It is about soul growth. You're becoming the kind of person that riches must obey. You are no longer seeking wealth. Now wealth is pursuing you. You are not pleading for a blessing. You have become the gift. The environment around you is shifting. The doors that were shut are now squeaking. Open streams are diverting, and contracts are being made in your name without your knowledge. Yet, all because you stuck to the process while others gave up. The chosen one. You aren't late. You are not behind. You arrive right on time for the transport. But hear this. The last stretch before arrival is generally the most quiet. The opponent attempts to speak loudest in the gap between promise and possession. Doubts build, concerns emerge, and exhaustion sets in. But do not move. Do not break down right now. The opponent wants you to give up what's already coming your way. Hold motionless. Allow the money to catch up to you. They are arriving with your name on them. What is unfolding for you is more than just a deposit into your account. It's a deposit in your future. These riches are not only financial. These are rich partnerships, numerous opportunities, rich health, rich thoughts, rich peace. Your cup is ready to overflow in all directions. You are going to experience supernova natural fever. That does not make sense in the world. That is why you have been singled out. That's why certain doors were delayed. Because the one coming is magnificent. You did not miss the bus. You were reserved for the aircraft. This isn't a motivating cliche. This is your moment. Your heavenly paycheck is being choreographed not by the economy or human processes, but by a greater power who has selected you for wealth. And just because it has not yet arrived does not imply it is not en route. Consider mail that has already been dispatched. You can't see it, but it's moving. It is on the truck. It is aboard the aircraft. It's at the last checkpoint. And when it arrives, it will be unmistakable. The time will be excellent and forceful. It will put to rest any doubts you may have. You were born to bear this riches. You were born to be influential, not from a shortage, but from an abundance. The world needs your tale, not one of survival, but of change. You are the example that others will follow. You are not an exception to the norm. You are the divinely revised rule. There is a financial frequency that identified your identity. Money has heard your name in the heavenly world. Contracts, checks, and property partnerships. Everything is on the go. You must now transform into a container big enough to accommodate what's coming. Expand your mind. Stop considering yourself as little. Stop shrinking to suit spaces you've outgrown. Speak like a wealthy person. Think like someone who understands that abundance is a birthright, not a luxury plan. Like someone who is already affluent. Because that thinking will bring physical reality into your life quicker than you can imagine. You're not planning for the possibilities. You're prepared for certainty. Don't just wait in frustration. Wait with expectancy. Expect to get excellent news in your mailbox. Expect your phone to ring with opportunities. Expect your name to appear in rooms you've never visited. Expect an unexpected favor. Expect a magical settlement. Expect a divine reversal of all losses. Expect to get in 10 days what others took 10 years to obtain. Not because you are fortunate, but because you are matched. There is an anointing over your life that protects you from the delays that others experience. There is a current that is pulling you up, not via sheer exertion, but through favor. You're going to enter a new domain of plenty in which your wants are supplied before you ever express them, where you awaken to marvels, where your days of barely scraping by give way to days of more than enough. Yes, the chosen one. Your days of wondering are over. Your days of roaming are done. The riches are on the move, and they're arriving quickly. Maintain a sense of stability. Stay vigilant. Do not become distracted. Because when riches arrive, they do not seem to a confused individual. They're showing up for someone. Ready? Allow your preparation to serve as a proclamation of your commitment to what is ahead. Make sure your area is clean. Organize your thoughts, refine your gift, and hone your talents. The riches are coming to meet a version of yourself who understands what to do with them. You are not being blessed only to consume. You are being blessed to multiply, to construct, to transform the culture, to bless others. This is your legacy season. What is on the way is not a one-time occurrence. It is sustainable. It is not a moment. It is a movement. The wealth that is coming your way has a generational purpose. They aren't just for you. They are intended for everyone who is related to you. Yes, as a result, the lives you touch, the influence you create, the freedom you unleash, and the prosperity you get will outlast you. So do not allow impatience deprive you of it. Maintain your foundation. Stay ready, because what you're going to step into will leave you stunned. This is the week when unseen momentum becomes unmistakable expression. You have waited long enough. You have been thoroughly tested. You sobbed in private. You hung on when leaving seemed simpler. No, now the tables are turning. The rich are migrating. And the new address is yours. The closer you are to your breakthrough, the quieter it may seem. That is the ultimate exam. The stillness before the change is holy. It is where the invisible hands of heaven complete the preparations. It's where your name is sung in realms beyond our comprehension. Just because the natural world is quiet with evidence does not indicate that the spiritual realm is silent with motion. Something is occurring behind the scenes, and it is going to disrupt your world in the most spectacular manner. You may be feeling the stress right now, as well as the pressure and weight, but this isn't punishment. It's about placement. Heaven is preparing your life for the entrance of heavenly provision. Everything you once lost has returned with interest. The riches you thought had passed you by is coming back stronger, more polished, and more targeted to your needs. You did not miss it. It was saved, and it is now being delivered in waves. Your faith has produced a gravitational attraction. Riches will no longer avoid you. They are being called by the sheer power of your conviction. All of your inner work, including healing, spiritual development, and difficult decisions. They have created a tornado of goodness that is bringing your prosperity home. You didn't need to pursue it. You needed to become it. Now that you've moved into alignment, everything else is following suit. The chosen one. Don't underestimate the power of being motionless while others are scurrying. The world is filled with noise and hurry. You've decided to trust the divine flow. You've learned how to wait without worry. And the serenity you've developed is what makes you a magnet for miracles. Anxiety does not affect the riches that comes your way. It reacts to assurances, and your calm is drawing it in with power. Do you know what occurs when riches goes towards someone who is ready to accept it? It multiplies. It increases. It sets in and creates legacies. You are not getting a one-time deposit. You are being exposed to a lifelong flow. This riches is distinct. It is not just about what you will purchase. It is all about what you are going to create. It's about having the ability to say yes without examining the price. It is about being able to say no without fear. This is financial sovereignty, and it is coming for you. Every difficulty you overcome was not a delay. It was a new dimension, a new degree of personality, and a new domain of power. You've grown in capability. You're not the same as you were last year. You're not the same person you were last month. Your soul has grown. Now your life must follow suit. The outside must match the inside. And now that your inner world is filled with knowledge, self-control, faith, and vision, your outside world must react. Prepare to make choices that only the rich make. Prepare to shoulder the type of responsibility that only plenty provides. You've asked for overflow. Now it comes with instructions. You requested a promotion. Now it's time to prepare. Be prepared to handle the magnitude. Because the one who requested with faith is now trusted to fulfill the chosen one. Look around. Signs are already surfacing. Small confirmations, unexpected benefits, and unique favor. These are not random. They are previews, like the wind before rain. These little movements indicate that something significant is happening in your way. The alteration is atmospheric. You feel it before you see it. Maintain that attentiveness. Keep your spirit open. Keep your heart thankful. Gratitude speeds the arrival. The waiting has honed you. It has taught you how to find a light in the absence of outward evidence. It taught you to see worth even when circumstances were tight. That's why you're trusted now. Because you refused to let lack define you. You did not allow delays to alter you. You strolled as if you knew the prize was still coming. And now the treasure is being unleashed into your road. Riches are coming towards you, and they will not stop until they reach you. This isn't a momentary victory. This is the perpetual pivot. You're transitioning from work to legacy, from trying to flying, from wondering whether it will happen to seeing it. This is your reward for maintaining the vision. When every evidence pointed to giving up, you remained committed to your calling despite being mocked by others. When the world advised you to be practical. And now the world is going to see your ascension, first slowly, then abruptly, silently, then loudly, privately, then publicly. The same locations where you formerly labored will see your overflow. Those who questioned you would be astonished. But don't try to prove them incorrect. Focus on proving your soul correct. You always knew there was more. You're now walking into it. You're the one who breaks the cycle. The one that transforms generational poverty into generational prosperity. It all comes down to me. You haven't gone this far to settle. You did not make it through all of it to remain little. You were born to achieve greatness. And brilliance brings rewards. Riches are part of your heavenly birthright. They aren't a distraction. They are a tool, a resource, an extension of the divine design for your life. Begin speaking to your wealth. Begin confirming that they are on their way. Say it boldly. Everything I need is already moved. My supply is about to arrive. My riches is now finding me. These pronouncements direct your focus toward what is already in action. Do not use the word lack. Speak life. Don't dwell on what hasn't arrived. Concentrate on what is at root. This is your opportunity to prepare. Like a wealthy person, organize your financial vision. Set clear objectives. Make place for the benefits. Wealth is drawn to order. When you're ready for it, you embrace it. Get your head, your surroundings, and your plans in order, because when it strikes, it will hit quickly, and you want to be prepared to multiply it rather than simply accept it. The chosen one. Wealth isn't the aim. The impact is. However, you cannot create the intended effect. Without the finances to back it up, you're about to be empowered to fund dreams, unleash visions, and launch movements. This riches is not meant to dazzle. Its purpose is to influence. You weren't supposed to merely shine. You were designed to ignite. Keep your energies pure. Keep your heart clean. Allow nothing to distract you. The counterfeit will attempt to arrive before the genuine. Do not accept anything less than what you have hoped for. Don't settle for tiny simply because it arrived quickly. Wait, the true wealth, the heavenly sort. Those who come with a promise of tranquility. They are worth every second of their weight. This is the midpoint of the miracle. You are no longer at the beginning. That portion is no longer with you. However, you are still not at full arrival. You're on the shift, the zone in which everything begins to reconfigure itself, where the air seems different and where your soul is both peaceful and hopeful. That is how you know the riches is nearby and the transition is imminent. The release is inevitable. The chosen one. You're not insane to believe. You're not dumb for believing. You are sensible to wait. You were picked for this time, and all of heaven is conspiring to make sure you don't miss it. Stay focused. Continue to be loyal. Stay thankful. The chosen one. You've traveled a difficult journey, but it has been sacrosanct. Every step, difficulty, and quiet season was part of a larger plan to equip you not just to acquire money, but to govern over it. You were being prepared for this very time. You did not ask for a normal existence. And this is why your trip has never been routine. The riches that is on its way to you is not intended to come in a normal manner. It's intended to come as a miraculous interruption, pushing the boundaries of what you believed were possible. The fact is that you were never created to seek money. You were supposed to attract it. You were designed to have such spiritual power and energy alignment that money seeks you wherever you go. Wealth does not come from hard work alone. They are the prize for harmony. And you've learned to walk in accordance with your mission. Your innate insight and divine timing. That is why the flow is now unlocking. This is why things are evolving. That is why you are starting to transmit something, even if you can't articulate it. The flow of wealth into your life is not random. It's exact and calculated, measured. According to the precise instant, you will be able to handle something heavy without it crushing you. Wealth is weight, and you have the strength to bear it. You've developed strong roots through the storms. You have been stripped of your ego, your need for approval, and your hollow ambition. And now you can be trusted with power, not only financial power, but also creative, spiritual, and legacy-building power. Every time you choose honesty above convenience, you made yourself eligible for this fortune. Every time you remained quiet when you could have clapped back, every time you refused to be paralyzed by treachery, you were investing. And now the interest is maturing. The spiritual account you've been developing in the unseen is being published to the seen. You aren't merely about to get, you're about to regain. There are items that were intended for your lineage but never arrived. Things were stolen, delayed, or denied to those who came before you. But you are the one who breaks things. The one selected for restoration. The one tasked with rerouting the plot. That is why your riches is not only for you. It bears the weight of generations. That's why the process has been so hard, since the potential is enormous. Pay close attention to what follows. Wealth isn't simply coming. It's been searching for you. It has been circling your atmosphere while waiting for the window to open. That window has finally arrived. This is when the doorway opens wide.